Sagittarius. Hi. I appreciate you joining me. This is a reading for the week of May 11th, 2016, for the highest and greatest good of everybody. So let's see what we get for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and or if you're just into a Sagittarius. This is for the highest and greatest good of everybody involved, to bring more clarity into the situation you are wondering about. So it is, let's see what God, Holy Spirit, angels, your spirit guides, your higher self, luck, Mama Nature, whatever you believe is cool, wants you to know to help you out this week. I'm going to start with an oracle card. I think this is like energy, the energy oracle cards. I haven't used these in a really long time, so I found them. I'm going to pull them out. So what do we have for Sagittarius? Highest, greatest good of everybody involved. Bring more clarity to whatever Sagittarius is wondering. My dad is over here, so I'm wondering if he's going to be... Let's pull one card to get us started for Sag. No, he's not. He left. Okay, one card Sagittarius to start you out. Adjacent possibilities. So, Sag decisions. Let me pull one more oracle card. This is the wisdom of the oracle. One more. Oh, my, that's half the deck. All right. Let's see what we have for Sagittarius for this week. Further information before I go to the tarot on the adjacent possibilities card that I just pulled. I feel like I need to get something to drink, Sag. Hold on. I'm going to pull one card for you and continue. Sagittarius, what do we need to know for you guys? Help us all out. To be fair, I'm going to pull one more. I'm just going to do it. One more. Soulmates. My. And a fork in the road is at the bottom. I'm going to show you that. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different directions. So north, south, east, west, and center. So before you make that decision, I would say you have to go to the center. The only way to make that decision is to go to the in. You've got a lot of decisions, Sagittarius. What's going on with you? You have you have your horns growing up on you. It's an animal. What is it? It's a llama. So they spit. It looks like it's totally gonna spit. There's like a weird monkey with a mask hanging on the signpost, and you've got your like smart barn owl hanging out on you. And then you have like it looks like I see a turtle on his antlers. So slow and steady wins the race, maybe. Don't rush, Sagittarius. I feel like telling you don't rush. 13. Take a moment to pause to see what is the right direction, but don't worry about it so much. Maybe you just need to walk and see how the path unfolds. And if you don't like it, walk back, take that different direction. Or maybe continue on that one a little farther, and maybe there's another fork in the road. I don't want to look at that again, so I'm going to put it down. And I do need to get something to drink. Hold on. Oh, I hope I didn't show anything weird in that. Do I have to watch that again? I don't know. I mean, I'm comfortable with me. Hopefully you guys are too. I'll watch it again and make sure I didn't expose myself. But I am wearing a bra, so I'm not going to worry about it. I grew up with a bunch of theater people, just so everybody knows. So I got very comfortable with just sort of changing in the room with everybody watching, and that wasn't a big deal. So I don't look at that as a big deal. So if I ever like show anything weird, it's just because I really don't think about it. So I'm just going to throw that out there, Sagittarius. So what are all these decisions? Let's pull some tarot for you. Let's see. Let me use the Paulina. Here, okay. Sagittarius clarification. Let's pull one tarot card, excuse me, on each of these piles. So let's pull a Paulina on the first one for Sagittarius for adjacent possibilities. What do we have for Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising for this week, May 11th-ish, to clarify all of these possibilities for them? Queen of Wands. Okay. Let's pull one from the Morgan Greer deck here. The old 1979 special. One card for Sagittarius on the To Be Fair number 38 Oracle card. One clarification card from Spirit to help us out, to give Sagittarius more insight into this decision. I would say it's a decision. Yeah. So, fear of the unknown, illusions in your emotions, illusions. It's almost like because you are unsure about what's going on here, maybe which door to take, what's going on, what's being said, what you're hearing, and that's like it's like an illusions. It's like caught up in the smoke. You're not quite there to see everything. You sort of see like pieces of it and bits of it and bits of that. Did you see that? No, now it looks like this. Now it looks like something else. Now it looks like something else. Like your focus keeps changing on something. So you don't know how to weigh your scales, maybe. Because maybe your scales keep... So maybe, alright, so I see these cups, and these are emotions. So you have some kind of emotional connection to different areas, to different things, Sagittarius. Maybe you have different emotional connections to, knowing a Sagittarius, I would say to different projects, even. Different people, different situations in your life, different jobs, different things you get into. Maybe you have so many choices, you don't know which one to choose. You don't know which one is best for you. Do you go in the dramatic way? Do you be the superhero? Do you be a, health coach and, a personal trainer? Do you want to be a model? Do you want to go wrestle some snakes? Do you want to go to Glory and train hard and get your trophy? Do you want to create some crafts? Go to the store and make some fun things and paint? Do you want to count your gems? There's so many options, and maybe I feel like you have scales and like somebody puts the like, you're like, I want to say herbs, but I'm thinking like an herbalist, like a naturopath, like you have different natural remedies on the scale, and then how to weigh that out with value and money, and then maybe you work with like crystals and gems and minerals and something like that, and they're heavy, and someone brings feathers. Like, how do you weigh those and balance that out? How do you make all those different elements work together and have equal value? Let me pull from this. This is the Handle Tarot, and I gotta pull in this Soulmate card, and I didn't even address the Queen of Wands, but Sagittarius, that could be you. Queen of Wands, that's a fire sign, so that's you, or you're dealing with another, if you're a guy, you're dealing with another, either the feminine, receptive, like, sit back, like, on your throne, and it comes to you kind of energy, like a female fire sign. They don't need to necessarily go on out and get it. Usually, it can just come to them by their, like, magnetism, right? It's so attracting, that cat energy that just sort of draws them in. Sometimes they go, wow, and get you, but it's powerful, or they can be the big pussycat and like literally heal you with their vibrational purr, right? Think of a purr as like a heartbeat or frequency that's let out, it's an energy movement, so it does something. I feel like cats are connected to the spiritual realm more than dogs are connected to physical, so they're protectors, and they go into dreams, I think, and they I I feel like their purr, their vibration does something to negative energy. You know how a cat comes up to you and sometimes just goes along your feet and like rubs itself? I feel like it knows that there's some kind of staticky, something spiritually weird thing stuck there, and it just kind of like picks it up like static electricity and just kind of like moves it away and throws it away. We never even know they're doing this amazing thing to us, you know? So I feel like maybe you've met a person that's kind of like that, like a person version of that, where you being around their magnetism sort of just maybe makes you feel a little bit better. Maybe it breaks down these illusions that you always had. Maybe someone always had illusions about you, Sagittarius. And now those illusions are starting to, I mean, there's a wisdom and there's something beyond just the wisdom on her head. I mean, her dress looks like a big cake to me, but she has an egg and a fortune cookie on the scales and a crown of like this butterfly mask and a crown for royalty. All right, one more for the soulmate card, Sagittarius. Soulmates are in our life all the time. They're not necessarily, a soulmate isn't necessarily your soulmate, the one you're going to spend your rest of your life with forever and you planned it. That can be true. That can absolutely be true. But soulmate is beyond that. My sister is my soulmate. You know, you have soulmate family. You have soulmates in your life that come in and leave. You have soulmates, look at them like people in your group, maybe you had a big old meeting with before your life. You're like, yeah, I'll come there at that point in your life and help you out with that. Can you do this for me in another life? And you make an agreement to help make a balance where there was an imbalance in your soul, where you needed to take a step forward and learn something. So that can be a beautiful lesson, or that could be a hard lesson with a soulmate. It's not always like cupcakes and rainbows here. But I mean, it is the lock and the key. The one has the lock on their heart and the other's holding the key. This is the key to understanding these adjacent possibilities. Maybe you just need to know that when you're here together and you can talk, you can figure out all of these adjacent possibilities together. These two are going to be always, these two are together. Whether or not they're going to always be together forever, when they're in when they're together, they're together. Look at how close they are. Look at all the love falling, the hearts falling around them. This needs to be your guide to understand all these possibilities you have. Did I even pull a card? I didn't. I get so sidetracked when I see the cards. It just takes me away. All right, Sagittarius, one more clarification. Mother of the Swords of the South, the Queen of Swords. Okay, so you have two lady energies here. One is like abundant clarity and compassion and fire of the heart and the soul. And the other is that same clear, beautiful, compassionate mental energy and understanding and communication and clarity of the mind. They're both queens. Maybe you need to connect your mind and your heart together. Maybe there's one aspect of you that is, you know, this has Newt, so Egyptian, so she's protected. She's like kind of like whatever, if I keep that in my video, Sagittarius before, and I was leaning over, she looks like that. You see? Here. And it's like you're protected from heaven, whatever you're going through, and you're also connected from heaven to earth with whatever you decide. So connect your mind, your heart, your passion, and that primal urge you have together to bust this illusions out, you know, to clear the clouds. See why the people are in your life as a mirror and what you are learning from them. Try to see the other perspective to balance your scale and understand what's on the other side of it. And trust that you're going to be okay to make the choice you need when you need to. Have a clarity of mind, clarity of heart. I love you.